Hi guys, it's Kameron Kay here, and I wanted to show you a great piece of jewelry for the summertime, and that is the toe ring. And the ones I'm going to demonstrate are Swarovski crystal floating flowers, and I'm going to try to get a picture of my foot with the toe ring on. I'm wearing a plain sandal, but you can actually work these in with dressy shoes, any color. They're so much fun, and they're a floating flower. Okay, so this is what you're going to need for the project. You're going to need some E6000 glue. For those jewelry artists out there, you're probably very familiar with this. A pair of scissors to cut your next thing, which is your stretch cord. This is a 0.7 millimeter. You can really use any type. This is Stretch Magic, as long as the cord is thin enough to fit through your next piece, which is going to be a large crimp bead, twice. So make sure that you could double this through a large crimp bead and then you'll be fine. And a pair of flat-nosed pliers and a Swarovski crystal, or any crystal, flat back flower. And last but not least, some toothpicks. There are jewelry tools you can use, but I just figure why not use the toothpicks. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of the Stretch Magic, and while I'm cutting this, I'm going to tell you a funny story. So a friend of mine and I started about 7 years ago fixing her mother's broken toe ring, and that's how we learned how to make these. And if you don't measure them correctly, we made a bunch, and I didn't measure them, and they came out as toe rings for elephants. So make sure you measure them. You can measure them on your toe, but I always cut extra because I don't want it to be too tight. So, you know, you can cut anywhere from 4 to 6 inches. And go ahead and stick the cord through the crimp bead, like so. And then you're going to put it back around again through the crimp bead, so it's doubling up like this. And this is when you're going to want to measure your foot. I'm not going to do it in the video right now because I'm not going to be able to. So you can use kind of your finger as well, but go ahead, pull it like this. You can also have someone else do this for you. Then you're going to take your crimp pliers, and you're going to go ahead and make that crimp right on the crimp bead to make it tight, like this. Make sure you do it very, very tight. Then you're going to go ahead, cut off the excess. So now you have a little ring with a crimp bead. What I'm going to do is use the E6000 glue, glue the back of this bad boy, and affix it to the top of this crimp bead, like so. I don't really need to show you how to do that because you're just going to obviously take the E6000. I use a toothpick, put the glue on the back of the flower, and once again adhere it to this flat crimp bead, like so. You let it sit about, they recommend 24 hours. You could do 6 hours, and your finished product will end up like this, and you'll have a very cute toe ring. Good luck!